Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumy, the former assistant to the Foreign Minister. It's a very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ambassador.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. And Mr. Ambassador, let me start by asking you about the significance of today's meeting as President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received the Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan and discussed several issues. Of course, topping the agenda of the talks was the regional situation and the developments on the Gaza Strip. How important do you see today's visit, sir?
It is an addition because we are always coordinating with all our partners in the peace process.
Yes.
Whether on the Islamic dimension, Turkey or Iran or Afghanistan, all those countries, they are supporters to the Palestinian question. We are coordinating, of course, with the African Union. This is another very active dimension. We are coordinating, of course, with the Arab League. Then we have a good partner in the European Union, which is a partner to most of Arab countries, and now we have a strong position from Germany, from France, from England, Italy, Greece, and name it. Then even in Latin America, Brazil is doing fine, and some other countries also. So Turkey is coming as a brother country, Islamic country, and now they are in the correct the direction with us to support the Palestinian cause. That's why we appreciate very much the meeting of Al-Alamein between our president and his guest.
Indeed. Mr. Ambassador, also on the agenda of the talks was the situation in Libya, Syria and Sudan. And President el-Sisi, presented Egypt's vision to achieving peace and stability, as well as the Egyptian efforts in this regard. How do you see the role of Egypt in this regard, sir?
The role of Turkey here is very important because, of course, unfortunately, you feel that the Arab countries are not in very good health. Many Arab countries are either occupied by foreign countries. Even here, Turkey is responsible for the Syrian case because they are occupying part of Syria, the north of Syria. Syria is occupied by 4 different armies, whether it's the Americans, the Russians, the Israelis, and the Turks, the French also. Libya is divided among 2 factions of the country. And here the intervention of President Erdogan was negative at the beginning. He entered in Libya and he allowed 15,000 terrorists to come from Syria to occupy some parts of Libya. Sudan is neither in good situation. All the time we feel that whenever there are differences between parties and families, the army has only one flag to look at. Unfortunately, in Sudan, the army itself is divided into groups. This is shame on us, and we are trying very hard in order to make this situation correct. Mind you that we are hosting more than 5 million Sudanese living among us, and they do not feel that they are strangers. Why? Because I am of the generation who was saluting the flag of the Kingdom of Egypt and Sudan.
Yes.
We were one country, and I still remember until I was in the university in the 50s and 60s, the head of the student union of my college, he was a Sudanese, and so on. So Sudan is another problem for us. Somalia is divided into 2 countries. Yemen, where we are expected, then Yemen is a partner in the Arab League and partner in the Treaty of Defense of the Arab League countries. Now Yemen became a threat to our national security, a threat to the navigation in the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. So really, our area is not in good health at all.
Indeed, Mr.
So
Ambassador, and this was discussed,
yes.
yes, this was discussed indeed as well between the Egyptian Foreign Minister and the Turkish Foreign Minister, and also they held a press conference, and an announcement, of course, today was made that the United Nations Security Council will meet to discuss the situation in the Middle East, and we've seen this new announcement by the Israeli occupation forces to fully control Gaza City. How do you see this escalation, and in your opinion, was it expected, sir?
Few hours ago, the representatives of the Arab League and the Security Council told us that the Security Council will have a meeting, and they are asking to stop this situation in Gaza and Palestine, and what they expect that 14 countries out of the 15 members of the Security Council will vote with us, except of course the American veto, and we expect this. And even so, we shall go ahead until we put the Americans in a corner. They will be neglected as one country against 15 countries, the utmost majority of the Security Council. And if we reach this case, then the whole package will be transferred to the United Nations General Assembly, where then they can take decisions. And in that, I remember that once when we present our case, 154 countries voted with us. So we are trying all these efforts in order to prove the justice of this problem of our brothers in Palestine, and we hope that this will take place and will succeed one day to come.
Indeed, Mr. Ambassador, and also nations from all over the world have started condemning the Israeli plan to seize full control of Gaza City. We've seen the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, the European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen also saying that this decision to further extend military operation must be reconsidered. The European Council President, as well as many other countries all around the world. How do you see the international community's response? Do you see that they could form any sort of pressure in order to stop this Israeli plan?
Exactly, this is what we hope. But the problem that you are facing a highly divided country, which is Israel. And once Shimon Peres, in order to show to us how they are divided, he told us that they are coming from 72 countries. They are not a sort of a unique sort of people. 72 countries who are talking 40 languages, and nothing is in common between them, except that they are trying to talk Hebrew. That is the problem in Israel. Now we have a problem of a government which is totally, extremely biased to their very stupid position. But the problem is not that they are left or right. The problem is that they are ignorant. And one of them declared a secret of the Israeli armament. So when he threatened the Palestinians to use the atomic bomb against them, while Israel is always denying that they have an atomic bomb.
Yes.
This is really the case we are facing. Some ignorant people who has no experience how to rule a country.
Right. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumy, the former assistant to the Foreign Minister. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and your insight, and for joining us on today's episode of Arab Affairs. And